You're in the UFC, you're living your dream. Where are you when you get the call that, they're going to part ways with you, that they're going to release you?
Yeah, so that was after the Anders fight. I lost. That was the last fight on my contract that I had with them. So I knew that it was kind of do or die. Obviously, didn't work out as planned. They had actually called me up to do a fight short notice in Australia.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with
after that one?
Yeah. After that one. So there was no release or anything like that until then. I couldn't do it just based off of my wife and I were trying to get pregnant at the time, so she was going through fertility and stuff like that. But yeah, they just didn't renegotiate the contract off of that, and then I was back with CFFC after that.
What did that feel like when you realized that?
Heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking. Just to have a career like that in a sport like this, it's very unforgiving. It's very heartbreaking. You go into some very dark places at the time, but I knew with my wife by my side and everything like that it would eventually work out in the end.
Did you consider stopping the career?
To be honest, no. I just wasn't sure what would lead next. So our kind of choices were like PFL, maybe Bellator at the time was kind of still there, not really.
Yeah.
I don't think the merger had happened at the time. So I was very curious as to where we were with my management and whatnot. But I knew I just had to kind of keep fighting, get a couple more wins, get the confidence back, and I feel like something would have happened, whether it be with the UFC or with PFL or Bellator.
The confidence thing is interesting because now you have to build yourself back up. You've already graduated from the regional scene, and that's not knocking CFFC, but they're the league that you try to go through to get to the UFC, and now you have to go back, and you're probably mixed with other guys who are hoping to get to where you were and haven't had that opportunity yet, and you may think like, oh no, like, are they going to give me another shot, all this stuff. So how did you battle, for lack of a better word, the demons, right? Like the doubts, the whispers in your brain to say like, no, this is worth continuing, you will get back someday?
Just like you just said right there, just kind of beating the demons, really. Like I read a couple books. I read Thinking Body, Dancing Mind, which I got from Zach Makovsky. When I was first starting out, I met Zach. He joined up our gym at the time, and he helped me a lot.
I haven't heard Zach's name in a while.
He helped me a lot with
Mr. Fun Size or Super
Fun Size.
Yeah,
Fun Size, yeah.
Shout out to him.
He helped me a lot mentally, just like getting prepared for fighting and whatnot. Told me a lot of books to read and whatnot. So I kind of went back to where I was regionally before I got signed, and kind of, was writing notes, writing everything that you could, journaling, stuff like that, just making sure that I was maintaining the confidence that I had back when I was regionally, because regionally I've been undefeated. So I knew that there was a reason why I was undefeated regionally, and I knew after I had gotten released that I didn't deserve to be back in CFFC. I was like, I need to show them that I deserve to be back to the UFC. So I knew that I just had to keep winning and just, keep fighting. So.
Was there something about the pressures of the UFC that you think was affecting your performance?
I just took everything for granted, to be honest. I got there and I was like, man, like, I'm here. I made it. But what I didn't realize was that it would be so short-term. Like, I figured that I would be there and be there for a while. When you're undefeated regionally, it's good and your confidence is high, but then you lose that first fight. And I've lost plenty of times in my amateur career. But dealing with it professionally is a lot different, especially with the bright lights of the UFC. That was just something I battled.
Okay, so then once you start to get a couple wins on the regional scene, are you now like getting antsy? When's the call coming? When's the call coming? You know what I mean? Because it was 3 years in between, you leaving, essentially 3 years between you leaving and returning. So did you think after a couple of those wins, you'd be right back in there? And
no, honestly, no.
Okay.
I figured I had to switch management at the time. And then I kind of was talking to my new management team, and we were confident that I would kind of get back there, because the other guys that he has are kind of on the up and up in the UFC. So I was very confident, like, if I just kept winning, that the call would come. But you fight 3 times and you win, and you fight 4 times and you win, and you're like, man, like, what's going to happen? Like, is this call ever going to come? I took almost a year off before my Pereira call up, just because I knew that at the time when I talked to my manager, he was saying that we can just wait for something short notice. They said that we were kind of on the cusp of it before the fight in August when I won by knockout. They told me I was on the list. I wasn't on the list prior, but that win of me knocking the guy out in June, that I would be on the list now. So I was like, all right, well, there's a little confidence there, like a little something good. So just get a fight scheduled, try to stay busy, because I know the UFC loves it when you're busy. So I wanted to do that, and then eventually my manager just called me and said, we got the call.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. And by the way, shout out to Lloyd, right? Lloyd Pearson, your manager at Vayner Sports.
Yep.
One of the best, I think, personally in the business. I was interested when I saw, like, June 2024 was your last fight, and then you get this call. So were you turning things down? Were you just saying like, I'm going to wait at this point to not risk it?
I was just waiting.
Wow.
To be honest, I'm going to tell you, it was the toughest time that I could have possibly, like, that gap of 10 months or whatever.
You were healthy.
Yeah, I was perfectly fine, and I was just, being patient. I feel like with my story and everything like that, I was never a patient person growing up. Like, whenever I wanted something, I needed it now. Whenever I wanted to do something, I would do it now. Like, if I wanted to go to a trip to like Florida or something, I would plan it now, just for like tomorrow.
Right.
But I took a step back and I told myself, like, I told my wife about it, and I was like, I just kind of need to be patient. She's always been somebody who's kind of pressed me to be patient, along with my family and stuff. But like, I had to take a step back personally and just try to tell myself, like, if I stay patient for this a little bit of time, it'll eventually work out. Like, we just have to stay patient and just be focused on the task at hand, just kind of get better every single day, and eventually, good will come from it.
So what did you do to pass the time? That's a long time, 10 months.
I just trained, dude. I really just trained. Yeah.
But with nothing in sight.
No, it's tough. It's.
How do you earn a living? How do you like live off that?
My wife supported us. Wife supported us. Yeah, my wife's a school teacher. She does special ed in a school in Philadelphia, Maritime Academy it's called. But yeah, we were living off of pretty much, she was supporting us for the time being. I made her a promise that I would get back to the UFC and that, I would make us money and support us with my career as well. So it's good that this is finally happening.
Wow. So where are you when you get the call that they want you back?
I'm on my way to strength and conditioning in New Jersey. I train at Power Bipolars. He used to train with Brady. He's trained with a couple fighters now. My brother as well. He trained with my brother. My manager called me. I had 2 missed calls from him as I was leaving the house. And I was like, this is weird. He never calls me. So I call him back. He doesn't answer. I call him back. He doesn't answer. He texts me. He's like, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. And I was like, all right, cool. 45 minutes goes by. And then he calls me back. And he's like, this is something I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. And I'm like, all right, this is it. And he was like, we got the call back. And I was like, okay. And he was like, you're going to fight Michel Pereira.